Welcome, welcome. My name is Linda Lowen and I am the host of 4 Minute Friday. During the next 4 minutes, I will explore what I think is an interesting topic. It could be a thought, an idea, a new invention, or something about new technology. I could be talking about life, our community, the world, or the future. Whatever the topic, my hope is it will give us something to think about and perhaps start a conversation. This is 4 Minute Friday, and the 4 minutes starts right now.
I got some great news last week. At the time, I was so excited. I'm still excited today, but today there's just a little bit of fear mixed in there too. More about that later. Since I was quite young, I believe I felt the need to care for the environment around me. Looking back, it may have started at a time when the province came up with a unique way to get people to stop littering. Does anyone remember those white orbit garbage bins dotted along Manitoba highways? Traveling along the Trans-Canada Highway on our way to visit relatives, we would see the countdown signs along the road indicated that you could put your trash into orbit in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there it was, the white orbit bin. As you might imagine, they were created at a time when the Americans and Russians were racing to the moon. The orbit bins were eventually phased out in the mid-90s. During their time, the orbit bin inspired the young to be environmentally conscious, as was the case with me, or become fascinated with outer space, as was the case with Bruce Tulloch. Bruce was like a kid when we were talking about his Father's Day gift last year. He received one of the last remaining orbit bins. What started with putting litter in its place has grown to reducing the use of plastic, composting organic waste, and supporting habitat and animal conservation efforts. You might wonder about the transition from trash to conservation of ecosystems. Well, as a young adult, I spent several years backpacking and working overseas. In Fiji, I was introduced to the underwater world. A trip to the Great Barrier Reef confirmed the beauty and abundance of colorful and varied sea life. From that moment on, I knew I needed to be a responsible traveler, ensuring that I took only photos and left only footprints, except on any coral. This is the paradox of travel. Through travel, one becomes aware of all the natural beauty the world has to offer, yet tourism can have a damaging effect on the environment, the same environment that people love to visit. I will likely delve into this topic more fully on another 4 Minute Friday. Now I will get back to the exciting news and how it all fits in. Climate change has an extremely damaging effect on our oceans and the ocean's ability to sustain life. Warmer waters hold less oxygen. The water then becomes more acidic, which weakens marine life. The reduction of marine life goes all the way up the food chain to humans. The result is less marine life in the oceans, less food for other marine life, and less food for human consumption. This coming October, TED is hosting a climate action summit in Scotland. After the conference, cities, companies, and citizens are invited to host local events supporting different ways to reduce the rate of climate change. Well, it was important for me to take a more meaningful step to create change. I applied for a TEDx license. Last week, I received the confirmation that the license was granted. Yes, nothing like a whole lot of excitement with a bit of fear to make one feel alive. So mark November 9th, 2021 on your calendars. That is the day of the Countdown TEDx Kildonan event. Due to changing restrictions between now and then, details will be confirmed closer to the date. I hope to see you there.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode of 4 Minute Friday. Please leave a comment below or subscribe to the channel. Until next week, This is Linda Lowen signing off. Have a great weekend.